Okay, now I'm recording. Ready, guys. So today we're going to be working as the schedule said in the class 6.2. It's going to be the second class of the week, number 6. Ready? Yesterday we saw the class number 1, right? And we talked a little bit about the imperative. We talk about some ways to give suggestions using the preposition to. Ready? And we talk about how to give purpose of the objects and to the actions using the preposition for and to, right? So I do this for this reason, or I do this to that purpose, right? So in that case, we're going to continue today with a second topic, but it's also related to the technology part. Yesterday we were talking about technology. So today we continue talking a little bit about technology, like devices, the internet, the cell phone, the USB drive, all of that, right? So I'm going to start first. Before I start with the technological topic, I'm going to start with one question. Well, actually, it's like three questions. I want you to analyze and tell me what does normally happen when people, and then we have three situations, right? What does normally happen when people feel scared? What is the meaning of scared? What's the meaning of this word?
Asustado.
Oh, very
Asustado.
good. Excellent. Thanks. And what does normally happen when people eat something bad? When I say eat something bad, it means something that it's rotten, something that it's already gone bad. No, like for example, a fruit that it's very old, probably it's a fruit that it's already bad. No, so what does normally happen when people eat something bad? And third, what does normally happen when people listen something unpleasant? What is the meaning of unpleasant? What is the meaning of that? Unpleasant. It's an adjective, but what does it mean? What?
Es desagradable.
Desagradable. Something that the people don't like, ¿no? Algo que la gente no le guste, que es desagradable para ellos. Entonces, we have three situations, right? I want you to choose one, escojan una, whatever, and tell me what does normally happen when the people happen that situation, no? What does normally happen when the people feel scared? What does normally happen? What does normally happen when the people eat something bad? And what does normally happen when the people listen something unpleasant? Just one. Escojan la que quieren. And then you tell me what is the outcome, what is the result when the people feel scared, eat something bad, or listen something unpleasant. Analyze for a minute, piénselo por un minuto. ¿Qué pasa en ese caso? What does normally happen in that case? What does normally happen? Hmm? Think for a second, try to analyze. Hmm? And let's listen to the first situation. Ready? So, what does normally, that in your opinion, here we don't have a specific correct answer, but what do you think that normally happens when the people feel scared? What does normally happen when the people feel scared? What does normally the people do? Any ideas? Come on, think. What is the normal result when the people feel scared? What do they normally do? ¿Qué hacen when they feel scared?
Normally people run.
Okay, run is one of the most common results. Yes, run. Any other?
Maybe sometimes search for a safe place.
Okay, very good. Maybe search for safety. A safe place or a safe person. Very good. Okay. Any other? No, no more. Maria?
Shoot, for
Maybe
example.
show.
What do you mean? Should like cry, like scream?
¿Cómo?
Like scream, como gritar, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Shout, it means como hablar muy fuerte, o sea, como gritar muy fuerte, pero no necesariamente de miedo. When I get of scared, it's more normally like a scream, no? Muy bien, very good. And usually also some people cry, no? It's very common that the people have these results when they feel scared. Hmm? That's pretty common. Hmm? What about in the second case? What does normally happen when the people eat something bad, something that it's already disgusting, ¿no? Algo que ya está podrido o dañado. So what does normally happen when the people eat something bad?
Normally, the people go to the bathroom or sometimes throw up.
Okay, very good. Go to the bathroom because usually they feel sick, no? Sometimes they got diarrhea, sometimes they got vomiting. Both could be, no? Sometimes they throw up, sometimes, very good. Okay, that's the most common result. Hmm? And finally, what does normally happen when the people listen something unpleasant? Usually about themselves, cuando escuchan algo desagradable, algo que no les gusta. What do they normally do?
Maybe the people can get angry.
Good. Usually they get angry or they get upset. Muy bien, very good. That's the most common thing, no? They get upset. Any other thing that they do when they listen to something unpleasant?
Maybe cry.
Maybe cry, that's possible too. Maybe feel sad also, no? So that's another possibility. Ready? So in this case, guys, we have three different situations, and those situations lead or like take us to, yes, like nos guían hacia, they lead us to some results. In this case, different results, many. Run, search for safe, scream, cry, many. In the second case, not so many, just one. Go to the bathroom. It's the most possible thing. Or in other cases, pues we have more different possible results, no? But here we have two things. One, it's the possible situation that we have, the possible situation, right? And two, it's the possible result, right? When we want to express these kind of sentences, guys, we have to use something that it's called a conditional. Ready? Why a conditional? Because the conditionals are sentences that express one result that depends on one situation. Hmm? So in that case, this result it's determined by the situation that we have at the beginning. Yes, this only can happen if the situation happens. If not, possibly the result is never going to be true. But there, these two things are connected. Ready? Are connected because we have the possible situation, and if the possible situation happens, is real, then the possible result can happen. Right? Take into account that in this case, we're talking about possible, something that it's possible to happen, right? So this is going to be the conditional number. What conditional is this one? Anybody knows? Conditional number.
Teacher, if
Yeah, if, very good. That is the most important part of the conditional, but what number of the conditional is this one? Conditional one, conditional two, conditional three, or conditional zero?
First conditional.
Muy bien, Valeria, excellent. Conditional number one of first conditional. Ready? Why? Because it's something possible. It's something that it's possible to happen. For example, feel scared. It's possible. Es posible que la gente se sienta asustada. No es algo loco, no es algo irreal. Es algo que sí puede pasar. Eat something bad. It's possible. Es posible que la gente pueda comer algo en mal estado. It's possible. Listen something unpleasant. It's possible. Es algo que sí puede pasar. Different, for example, if I say win the lottery. Win the lottery. That is not so common. Yeah, it's not so possible. It's a very big chance that never happens, right? This is unreal. Yes, no es imposible, pero es irreal. It's poco probable. Es diferente. Esto no hace parte del primer condicional because for the first conditional needs to be something possible. Ready? So, taking into account that, we saw that depending on the situation, we have different results, no? Not all the results are for the same situation. Depending the situation, we have different results, ¿cierto? Si la gente se siente asustada, pues corre, o busca ayuda, o grita, o llora, ¿cierto? That's it. Pero eso es si la gente se siente asustada. Si la gente se siente asustada, pues normalmente no vomita. Well, sometimes, ¿no? Maybe they don't get diarrhea, for example. Or sometimes, yes, ¿no? But normally, the condition or the result depends on the condition, ¿cierto? Si la gente escucha algo, si la gente come algo en mal estado, pues normalmente no se siente enojada. Normalmente se enferma, ¿cierto? Entonces, este resultado es para esta condición. They are related. Ready? And here, Jessit mentioned one important word. Nos mencionó una palabra muy importante. It's the word if. Guys, what is the meaning of if? What's the meaning of if?
Sí.
Sí, muy bien. But it's going to be a sí that is not affirmation. No es una afirmación, es una condición. So, no es sí de sí afirmando, sino es de condicionando, es decir, si esto pasa. Right? So, it's different. It's not the same as yes. No es lo mismo que yes, ¿cierto? If es para decir si esto pasa, then it happens, ¿cierto? No es para decir sí de afirmar. So, for example, here we have the situation. I can say, according to what you told me, de acuerdo a lo que ustedes me dijeron, that if people feel scared, comma, they possibly, it's a possibility, no? So they possibly run, no? Or if people feel scared, they possibly cry, no? Or if people feel scared, they possibly scream, right? So it's a possibility that we can have here. Hmm? Of course, this is going to be like this is like they always do the same, but they don't always do the same. So when we use the first conditional in the second part, in the result, we have to include something that is really important. It's the modal verb will, right? Because it's a possibility and it's a big possibility. It's not like would, that it's a far possibility, but with will, we think, okay, it's possible to happen. Will is going to be located right here before the verb. Yes? Oh, well, if we have will, so we can say will is possibly, it's going to be before the will. So if people feel scared, they possibly will cry, or they will possibly cry. They will possibly run, or they possibly will run, right? With possibly, we have no problem. We can locate it in different parts. But it's important to use the will in the part of the result, right? So guys, if we have here, over here, we think that, or we say that we have two different parts. The part of the condition, it's going to be if, then the subject, el sujeto, then the verb in simple present. La situación se va a presentar en presente simple, right? If it rains tomorrow, presente simple. La parte que tiene if va a usar simple present en el verbo. Ready? That it's the condition or the possible situation, right? After the comma, in the middle we have a comma, right? That is going to separate the two parts. The second part, it has the subject, the modal verb, and the verb in infinitive form, o sea, in the base form and the complement. This second part, it's going to be the result or the possible result, right? Take into account the result is the one that has the modal verb. Normalmente el modal es will, normalmente, pero también puede usar can o puede usar may en posibilidades más bajas. Ready? So, for example, here the example says, if it rains tomorrow, si mañana llueve, what happened? We will be very cold. Vamos a estar muy fríos, nos va a dar mucho frío, right? But we using will. Hmm? It's a possibility to use may, pues claro, también, ready? Or it's a possibility to use can. If I say, si esto pasa, yo podré tal cosa. So, using can, right? So, for example, if it rains tomorrow, I can't play in the park. No podré jugar en el parque, right? It's a possibility also to use can or cannot, right? Take into account, we have these two parts. The condition using if and the result using the modal verb. Ready? This is the structure of the conditional number one or the first condition. Ready? Entonces, following this structure, we have the examples of before, no? So you said, if people eat, presente simple, right? If people eat something but, ready, comma, this is the situation, now we have the result, they will get sick. Whether with diarrhea, vomiting, or nausea, or headache, or whatever, no, but they will get sick. Ready? So using the second part, the result, the modal verb, the first part using if and simple present. ¿Listo? Ready? ¿Qué tal, guys? Más o menos, questions hasta ahí, difficulties, problems with the structure of the first conditional?
It's clear.
It's clear. Muy bien, very good. Milena, Esteban, Brian, Vale, Daniela, Jessit, Chris, all fine? ¿Todo bien?
It's clear for me, teacher.
Sure, teacher.
Listo,
Yes, teacher.
excellent.
Clear, teacher.
Very good. Excellent, excellent. Well, so in this case, we can have, normally we have the condition and the result, but it's not the only possibility. We have also the possibility to exchange the positions. And then if we do that, we are going to have the second structure. It's the same, but the result is first and the condition in the second part. We will be very cold, es el mismo resultado, solo que al principio. If it rains tomorrow, es la misma condición, solo que al final. Es decir, puedo intercambiar las partes, primero la condición y luego el resultado, normalmente, o primero el resultado y luego la condición. Diferencia, no hay ninguna, simplemente que en la primera estructura, cuando empiezo con if, en la mitad de usar una coma para separar las dos ideas. Pero si no, si empiezo con el resultado, if va a separar las dos ideas, por lo tanto, no requiero la coma. Ready? Entonces, we will be very cold if it rains tomorrow, ¿no? Simple. O, for example, here, you told me that if people listen something unpleasant, they possibly will feel angry or upset, ¿cierto? Entonces, in that case, I can do it like that, en ese orden, or I can switch it. Ready? I can say, for example, that people will get upset if they listen something unpleasant, ¿cierto? Que era la situación inicial. Si escuchan algo desagradable que pasa, pues se van a enojar, ¿cierto? Entonces puede usar el resultado primero, the result first, and then the condition. Christian, tell me.
Teacher, I have a question.
Mhm.
What means upset?
Upset is the same as angry, molesto. Ready? Es un sinónimo.
Okay.
Ready? Yes. Okay. So in that case, notice that when I start with if in the middle, it's necessary the comma. But when I have if in the middle, the comma is not necessary because if is separating the two ideas. Ready? This is not necessary the comma. Ready? Bueno, guys. Take into account also that it's possible to use other modal verbs. So can or may, ¿no? May is less possible, es algo que es menos posible. Y can es para poner la posibilidad de podré, ¿cierto? O podrán dentro del resultado. Example. I don't know, let's say, if let's say, if I feel scared, I can talk. Yeah. So like eliminating the possibility, ¿no? It's like no hablaré, no, so no podré hablar o no puedo hablar si me siento, yes. So in that case, when I talk about posibilidad, poder o no poder, then it's better to use the modal verb can. Si es acerca de posibilidad, it's just will or may. Both are fine. ¿Listo? Guys, in this case, this is the structure for a affirmative structure, una afirmación. But of course that we can make also a question. The question normally it's going to start by what will, because of course it's the model over here, what will happen or what will you do if, and then the condition. For example, what will happen if you feel scared? If you feel scared, ¿cierto? With the situations at the beginning. What will happen or what will you do? It's the other possibility. What will you do? ¿Qué harías o qué harás, right? If, and then the situation. What will you do if you eat something bad? What will you do if you listen something unpleasant? No? So what will you do? That's the way in which we can make a question about it. Ready? In the infographic of this week, en la infografía de esta semana, la del inicio de semana, I led one question. The question was, what will you do if you lose your cell phone? It's possible, no? We live in Colombia, most of us, so it's kind of possible. Or well, we have different situations in which we can lose the cell phone. In an accident, in a pool, it's broken maybe. So what will you do? The question is, what will you do if you lose your cell phone? Tell me. Think about it. What will you do if you lose your cell phone?
Teacher, I immediately call my telephone company to block my SIM and my phone.
Of course, that's possible. That's possibly the first step, right? But remember, it's a possibility. That's not a real thing. It's only a possibility. So you gotta use will.
I will.
Exactly. So he says, teacher, I will possibly call my company to block the number and block the device, no, the phone. Okay, that's the possible first step. Any other possible result? What will you do if you lose your cell phone? Oh, no worry. What's the possible step after you lose your cell phone? Any ideas? Well, I'm gonna give my example. For example, in my case, if I lose my phone, that's the situation, right? If I lose my phone, possibly I will feel really upset. Because of the information, because of the pictures, because of the price, because of the money, of course, too. But if I lose my cell phone, I will feel really upset, right? That's possible. What about you? Somebody texted in the chat. I will feel sad. Well, Maria says, I will feel sad. Very good. Milena,
Teacher,
then.
teacher,
Mm,
if I lose my phone, I will use a tracking service to locate it.
perfect. Very good. You see, the phones have the tracking technology, with the GPS. So he says, if I lose my phone, I will use the tracking technology to locate it. Perfect. Milena.
If I lose my phone, I will feel very, no sé cómo se dice, frustrated.
Frustrated. Very good. Uh-huh.
Right.
Perfect. Very good. So if she loses her phone, she will feel very frustrated. No? Also, third person, this can be used in any person, no? I will feel, she will feel, they will feel, no matter, no? So that's okay. Listo, guys, very good. So in that case, that's the thing, no? So how did I make the question? Using simply, what will you do if, and then the situation. What will you do if you lose your cell phone? Then if I lose my phone, I will feel really upset. That's it. If I lose my phone, I will use the tracking technology. If I lose my phone, I will feel very sad. That's it, right? So it's pretty simple. Guys, over here we have two different situations. What will you do if and what will you do if? Let's start with the first one. Remember, they must be possible situations. Look at the picture. What's possibly the rest of the sentence? What will you do if what? According to the picture.
Lost money.
Yeah, but especially, how do you call this object? What's the name of this object?
Wallet.
Wallet.
Wallet. Very good. Ready? Entonces, in that case, no puedo usar lost porque lost es el pasado. Ready? ¿Cuál sería el presente del verbo? Lose. Ready? So, what will you do if you lose your wallet? Huh? It's a possible
Mm,
situation.
pro, pro, probably I will block my cards.
Of course. Very good. So probably, the pronunciation is probably, I will block my cards. The debit card, the credit card, all the cards that she has, right? So probably I will block my cards. Anything else? Any other possible result?
Teacher, probably I will feel blue.
You will feel
Blue.
blue, right? Of course, when I say feel blue, it's like the movie, no? Blue, it's equal to sad, right? So when they talk about blue, it's because it's a little bit sad, right? Muy bien, Christian, that's great. So he will probably feel blue, right? Any other? No, no, no more.
Mm, prob probably
Probably. Exactly.
probably I will report my IDs as lost.
Perfect. To the police, right?
Yes.
Excellent. That's also necessary. Muy bien, Maria. Thank you so much. That's it, right? So that's the possible situations, no? What will you do if you lose your wallet? Probably they will block the cards, block the money. Probably they will feel sad or blue. Probably they will report it to the police. That's right. Situation number two. Remember that it has to be something possible. So in that case, what do you think it's the possible situation that she had? What will you do if
Win the lottery.
that's commonly the most question, but winning the lottery, it's not so possible. That's kind of unreal. In what situation you earn more money, something that it's possible, that it can really happen. Algo que sí pueda pasar realmente. Because winning the lottery, it's a little bit unrealistic. So, ¿en qué situación gano más dinero? Una situación que sea real. De hecho, por ahí ayer la hablamos.
His promotion, for example.
Excellent,
Academic.
Maria. Very good. So, what will you do if you get a promotion or in this case, get a raise? Pues si te promueven pero tienes el mismo sueldo, pues no valdría. In that case, what will you do if you get a raise? ¿Recuerdan qué significaba get a raise?
Un aumento.
Un aumento. Muy bien, very good. So, what would you do if you get a raise? That's a possible situation. Es algo más posible que ganarse la lotería, ¿cierto?
Probably I will travel around the world.
Ok, probably Maria will travel around the world. Tiene que ser el aumento del siglo, right? But okay. Very good.
I'm positive.
You're very, very positive. Okay, anybody else? What will you do if you get a raise?
Teacher, probably I will save some money.
Okay, perfect. More, more preparing for the future, you know. So he will probably will, will save some money. Muy bien, excellent. Ready? Very good. So in that case, guys, we have two possible situations and the possible results about it. Ready? Por- Sorry, ¿por qué no puedo usar situaciones irreales como ganarse la lotería? Porque hacen parte de otro condicional. Ready? En este condicional nos enfocamos en situaciones que son posibles, es decir, que sí puedan pasar. La situación de ganarse la lotería hace parte de otro condicional, que es el condicional 2, que se enfoca en situaciones más irreales, más de pronto imaginarias. ¿Qué pasaría si me ganara la lotería? ¿Qué pasaría si yo fuera canadiense? ¿Qué pasaría si son cosas que no realmente no es muy posible que pasen? ¿Ready? So, in that case, that's the difference. Esa es la diferencia entre el condicional 1, que es este, y el condicional 2, que lo vamos a ver al final de este nivel. ¿Listo? ¿Ready? Guys, hasta ahí, ¿alguna pregunta, alguna duda, questions, algo que no haya quedado claro, maybe? No, all fine. Listo. María, ¿tienes pregunta? You raise your hand.
No, sorry.
Okay.
It's clear.
Okay, perfect. That's it. Listo, very good. So over here, we have one short activity. Ready? Sorry. Remember that I told you that we can use will for that, right? That's all fine. But remember that also we can use can as a matter to give possible results. Ready? So the question in that case is, what can I do if I have this problem? So we can use can also to give recommendations with the first conditional, right? For example, I have here, hey, what will you do if you feel sick? Well, if I feel sick, I will possibly call my friends who is a doctor. Yes? So it's the same that we were talking before. Or you can ask, what can I do if I feel sick? If you feel sick, you can, and then the result, the possible condition. So you can do it in both ways, using will, like what will you probably do, que es lo que posiblemente qué harías en esa situación, o what can I do, qué puedo hacer yo en esa situación, right? Take into account that when I ask can, normally it's with I. So the person can tell me, bueno, in that situation, you can ta 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 ta, ¿cierto? For example, what can I do if I feel sick? Well, if you feel sick, you can possibly call a friend who is a doctor, blah, 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 right? When I use with will, normally it's with you, no? So what will you do? Yeah, in your case, what will you do? Bueno, if I ta ta ta, I will possibly t, t, t. ¿Listo? Let's take into account that difference using can and using will. Here we have four different situations. Number one, feel depressed. Number two, lose my wallet. We already saw it. Number three, want to fall asleep. And number four, be late. Esa ya la vimos, so eliminate it, take it out of the activity. We have then three situations: feel depressed, lose my wallet, tango stone. What the one that we have is the other. Sorry, is this one, the one that we want to sleep, to eliminate it. So feel depressed, want to fall asleep, and be late. Ready? So prepare one question. Prepare the question for another person. What can I do if, or what will you do if? Ready? And of course, use these situations. Ready? I'm going to give you 1 minute. Es about a minuto para que preparen la pregunta. Don't worry. Prepare the question. What can I do if? The situation. Or what will you do if? And then the situation. ¿Listo? Prepare the question. Prepare the question. Listo? Ready? So please, guys, go to the chat and write your questions there. Ready? In the chat, write the question. For example, my question, supposing that we are going to use this one, so my question is, what can I do? What can I do if I lose my wallet? Yeah, so what can I do if I lose my wallet? The person that I ask for is going to tell me the possible answer, ¿no? So, pues, teacher, you can, o usando la oración completa, puede ser, ¿no? So, teacher, if you lose your wallet, if you lose your wallet, comma, you can call the banks to block the cards. TTTT, right? Of course, normally, if I use can in the question, normally I use can in the answer because we are talking about possibility. And normally, if I use will in the question, normally I use will in the answer. So it's talking about possibility. Ready? Probability, perdón. Ready? So, guys, who has the first question? Somebody has a question? ¿Alguien tiene alguna pregunta preparada?
What can I do if I want to fall asleep?
Very good. Excellent. Good question, Daniela. Bueno, who has an answer to that? What can I do if I want to fall asleep?
If you
Ah, te vas
want
a
to fall,
responder tú misma. Listo. Go. Very good. Excellent. Dale, Dani, go.
if you want to fall asleep, you can drink coffee.
Ah, you can't.
Can drink
Wait,
a coffee.
like can't, like negative, yes?
No, no.
Possible? Like,
Yes.
you sure? Are you sure? So if you drink coffee, do you fall asleep better?
Oh, no, no, no.
Ah, okay, bueno, es if you don't want to fall asleep, más bien, right?
No, repeat. If you want to fall asleep, you can't drink a coffee.
Very good. You can't drink a coffee. O the opposite one, ¿no? If you don't want to fall asleep, you can't drink coffee. Si no te quieres dormir, I see you can't drink a coffee. Very good, Danny. Muy bien. Thank you so much. Bueno, anybody else who has the question? Jessie, dale.
Teacher, What will you do if you feel depressed?
Very good, Jessy. ¿Tienes la respuesta? Porque quieres preguntarle a alguien más.
Sí, I have the answer.
Oh, dale, go, dale. Bye.
I feel depressed. I watch funny videos.
Muy bien, very good. You remember to use the if, no? So, if I
If,
feel depressed,
if feel depressed, I watch funny videos.
very good. I en el resultado es, digamos, no, normal que uses will, porque no es algo que pase siempre, sino, pues, si me sintiera deprimido, vería. Entonces, it's possible to use I will watch funny videos. Muy bien, Jesse. Excellent.
Ah,
Very good.
okay.
Okay.
Entiendo. Thanks,
Perfect.
teacher.
No, thanks to you. Muy bien, guys. Anybody else?
Mm, teacher, what will you do if you be late?
Muy bien, very good. Ese be lo tengo que cambiar, María, por el normal. El presente simple sería, what will you do if you are late?
Okay.
Mm. So, the answer. ¿Tienes la respuesta? ¿O alguien más?
¿Alguien más?
Listo. Guys, what will you do if you are late? What will you do if you are late?
Teacher, if you're late, you can take a taxi or Uber.
It's a possibility. Bueno, claro que en Bogotá you can take a pickup better, no? If you are late.
Yeah, that's very fast.
Yes, exactly. Very good. Yes, so you could say if you are late, you can, and then the possibilities. If you are late, you can call to the office or you can call the other person. You can take a taxi or something like that. Muy bien, Christian. Thank you so much. Anybody else has another question? It's that all? That's it? Hmm. Well, let me just ask you directly. Mrs. Valeria, what can I do if I feel depressed? What can I do if I feel depressed?
What moment?
Don't worry,
Y lo
relax.
pienso.
Tranqui, no worries. Bueno, mientras que Valeria lo piensa, ya nos da la respuesta. Mile, what can I do if I want to fall asleep faster? If I want to fall asleep, what can I do?
Teacher, ya creo
Dale, go.
que la respuesta para mí sería I would ask my parents for help.
Good. Pero recuerda que el would lo voy a usar para el segundo condicional. Entonces ese would no lo uso, sino ¿cuál es el modal de este condicional? ¿Cuál es el que estoy usando acá?
Perdón.
Will. Exacto. Entonces todo perfecto excepto que usas will, right? Entonces, ok, if I feel depressed, I will ask my parents for help. Good idea. Buena idea. So,
Ok.
excellent. Very good. Mile, did you get the answer? No, probably she's busy. Bueno, no problem. Don't worry. No problem. No problem. Ready? Guys, entonces, in that case, that's the way in which we use the first condition. Ready? Así usamos el primer condicional. Right? So, if this happens, this will happen. O can happen. O may happen. Dependiendo el resultado, si es algún resultado posible, algo que es menos posible, o algo que tiene que ver con puedo o no puedo hacer. Ready? Dos partes, la condición y el resultado son intercambiables. Puedo poner primero la que quiera. Listo, so no problem. It's okay. Ready? Guys, final activity, we're going to use some of the results that we saw the last time, no? So in that case, it says, what if I have a tech problem? For example, in this case, the tablet is broken, it's slow, it has a lot of viruses, no? So what will you suggest? What will you suggest? Right? So, guys, you can have here, you can use the normal conditional when you said Teacher, if the screen is broken, for example, if the screen is broken, like in this case, no, it's completely broken, comma, you can, ta, 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 lo que sea, ready? But sometimes we can also use the expressions that we saw yesterday, ready? For example, if the screen is broken, comma, and then in the answer, in the result, yes, we can use the expressions from yesterday. Ready? For example, it's important to no sé qué, or make sure to blah, blah, blah. I don't know if you remember the expressions of yesterday. Bueno, Cristiana ya no estuvo, but we talk about these expressions that actually are right here. Sorry. So, remember to no sé qué, be sure, it's important, it's necessary, todos con to. ¿Listo? Entonces, claro, puedo usar el condicional normalito, con can o con will, no problem, but also using it's important to, make sure to, en la parte del resultado, right? For example, if the screen is broken, it's important to take it to the repair shop. Or if the screen is broken, it's important to call a technician. Yes? Or using the normal modal verb. Ready? Guys, what will you do if you have a tech problem? For example, what will you do if the charger is damaged? What will you do if the charger is damaged? The charger is of a cell phone or a tablet. What will you do if the charger is damaged?
I will buy another charger.
Okay, so I will buy another charger. Good. With will. That's the first conditioner. Muy bien, Christian. Excellent. Any other possible solution? What will you do if the charger is damaged? You know, the charger.
Can I how I say prestar, pedir prestado?
Good. You could say borrow. Borrow es pedir prestado. Prestar es lend, pero prestar es como la acción de dármelo, pero borrow es pedir prestado. Ready?
Okay. I will borrow the charger, the charger sister.
Exactly. Bueno, en ese caso recuerda que tenemos el posesivo de la S. Entonces, my
Sister
sister's charger. Exactly. My sister charger. Very good. That's it. That's another possible solution. Yeah. Guys, what will you do? Seriously, what will you do if the screen is broken? What will you do or what can you do if the screen is broken? What do you think?
If the screen is broken, I can go to store to change it.
Very good. Excellent. So I can go to a store or to a shop, a repair shop, to replace it or to change it. Excellent. Very good. Right. Similar, for example, what will you do if the battery is old? The same, no? If the battery is old, it's important to change it, right? Or I don't know. In that case, I don't know many about technology, but what will you do if the device, cell phone, tablet, computer, whatever, what will you do if the device is too slow? You know, what will you do if the device is extremely slow?
I can delete some maps or some dates, images, clean the tablet, the device.
Perfect, very good. So if the device is slow, that's the situation. If the device is slow, I can delete some information, files, images, songs, or whatever, no? Muy bien, Christian. That's one possible situation. Any other? What will you do if the device is extremely slow?
Teacher, it's a good idea to keep the lasted software version.
Sí, very good. So in that case, María no usa el normal, ¿cierto? El can o will, sino que usan las expresiones anteriores. También, perfect. She said, teacher, if the device is slow, it is important to keep the latest software version. Latest, la última, ¿cierto? La más actual. It is important to keep the latest software version. Muy bien, thank you so much, right? Entonces, guys, basically, today we saw the first condition, el primer condicional, de todas las formas posibles, iniciando con la condición, iniciando con el resultado, con will, con can, con otras expresiones posibles, ¿ready? Entonces, cuando ustedes ven ese if dentro de alguna pregunta o dentro de alguna oración, pues obviamente ustedes ya saben que es algo que está condicionado, ¿cierto? Que eso es una condición que trae consigo unas consecuencias posibles, ¿vale? Entonces, ya para que lo vayan identificando, si ustedes saben que tiene, o si ven if con presente simple, es porque es condicional uno, ¿ready? Si ustedes ven que es otro tiempo, ya no es condicional uno. Entonces, posiblemente es otro tipo de condición que veremos más adelante. Pero en este caso, siempre la parte de if tiene presente simple, ya sea con verb to be, ya sea con los demás verbos, no problem. ¿Ready? Y obviamente el resultado, pues lo vamos a ver con will, con can o con may. O si es en caso de dar sugerencia, alguna otra de las expresiones posibles. ¿Listo? Guys, how is it? All done, all fine, todo claro, todo súper bien. Vocabulary about technology, algún vocabulario que no haya entendido de la unidad. All good. De las actividades, vocabulary, todo fine.
Good.
All fine, teacher.
Listo, guys. Very good. Ready. So, guys, that was the week number 6 for today. Ready? So remember that we are in the 50% of the level. Ready? We have other 6 weeks to complete the basic 2. Okay? So continue working like that. Continúen así juiciosos, sin dejar de trabajarle a la plataforma para que no pierdan, pues, obviamente, tiempo con actividades y eso. Entonces, si tienen dudas, preguntas, don't worry, just text me up and I will help you with whatever that you need. Okay? Guys, thank you for the attention and for the participation. See you the next week. We have also 2 classes, 7.1 and 7.2. So see you there. Have a good night. And that's it. Have a good weekend, okay?
Thanks, teacher.
Bye,
Teacher, see
kids.
See you
Bye-bye,
later.
Dani, María,
Bye bye.
Chris. Que les vaya bien. Goodbye.